Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Sam Howell and the New York Giants.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Taking in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll give this to Singletary running right. They'll get this down to the 38. A give up the middle to Singletary. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between? Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Stafford. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Rolling to his right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens.
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Rudolph with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Jackson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
They'll run on 1st down. That.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down now. Betts. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Betts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Juwan Johnson
from 17 yards out.
And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. The question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
$39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. They'll go play action. Howell.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Going for it all.
And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
Stafford to his number 1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford
across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Again, it's Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The former USC Trojan, familiar with this place, Leonard Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings, as that promises to be a tight one. The late afternoon games hold some intrigue as well. A good one being up at MetLife Stadium, where it'll be the Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. but we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second down and 3. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Stafford. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And quickly they get to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Betts.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
On first down, Betts. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. Man open. It's Toney. He's got it.
Touchdown, Giants.
Kadarius Toney
from 17 yards out.
And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
New York set to take the field.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Betts, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Flush to his right.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Howell.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Betts able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try good by Gano, and it is 42-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Stafford on first down. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now he'll look to throw it.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you just...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Rams ready to go on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to speed things up here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
It's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Giants, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.